Did you know that when you create different colors of the same design, you can get them to display all the options with that design in Spoonflower? This video is going to demonstrate just how you're able to make this happen. Hello, my name is Donna and welcome to my channel Dylan Creates, where I share my projects and how I do them so you can too. First, we're going to go on to Spoonflower so I can show you what I mean by colorway and how that displays for a design. So I'm currently in my design library and I'm going to scroll down to this yellow hearts, and normally I would just click on it so it'd open it up, but I'm going to right click and open it into a new tab. So if I need to come back to the design library, I can. I go over to that tab and here is my design, and because it is me as a designer in here, it's just going to show me all the different things that this design is available on right now, but it doesn't tell me all the different colors unless I go back in the design library and I can see all of them again. But once I have them in there, so you can see the colorways, and if you don't know what a colorway is, it just means a different color of the design. So we'll go into buy, because this is where the customer, or even you're wanting to see how it looks when you buy. I'm going to open up in a new tab. And now you can see that we've got 4 different colors here where it says choose a color. And I have it currently displaying in fat quarter. So every time I can click on the blue. It'll take me to the blue page and it takes me straight to the fat quarter and all the different ways that this design is looking on the different products that they have as default for when people look at the fabric. If I want to go to a swatch, I can see how it looks in a swatch, and then when I go to a different color, it will give me the swatch. So I have this design available in 4 different colors that someone can order, or they can go back and forth. So what I'm going to do is now go over to Repper, and we're going to see how we get this to first make the different colors, because I used Repper and I used the duo effect to get these designs in these different colors. So now we're over in Repper, and I've already got a design here set up. I can zoom out a little bit if you want to see what it'd look like smaller. And as you'll see, the colors over here that I have in the design area with this Echo honeycomb tiling is over purple and blue, but somehow it's all blue here. So how did I do that? And it's really easy for you to do as well. So what we're going to do is go over to Effects, and I have it set up so I have 2 different blues here. And I haven't saved this tiling yet, this particular thing, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. Now, if you want to know more about how to use Repper, I also have a more extensive video on Repper, how to use that, and I will have that link down below as well somewhere along in this video. Maybe it'll be at the end. So basically, I've saved this now so I can come back to this anytime I want. It'll be the exact same settings for the pattern and the effects and everything. So what did I do? If I take the duotone off, this is what it looked like before. Pretty bright colors. The design that I started with to do the pattern, this multiple thing, which reminds me kind of a Rubik's Cube. I call it a disco floor. I thought about different lighted floors and kind of that, and I just made this I actually made this in Photoshop. And then I brought it in here to do some designs with. So we go back to the effects. I turn that duotone back on, and it's already set to my like this blue and this sort of aqua color. I can also, there's an invert button that I can click and it'll do this, so you can get 2 different ones. And I've actually done this in one of my other designs I've done. I actually did some Valentine's hearts and used this to make 2 different coordinating prints, and it looks really cool. Those I actually made some 12 by 12 paper designs. I don't think I got all of those uploaded into Spoonflower yet, because I was trying to do some Valentine's paper crafty designs. So we'll turn that invert back off because I like the way it looks right here. There's also an amount button, which is kind of almost like a transparency if you do any kind of graphic design software, so it's going to turn it back to the original colors. Here's what it originally looked like because it's 0 amount. We'll go to like halfway, so there's halfway, or we can do it all the way. So it depends on what you're looking for in a color. I'm looking for something a little monochromatic, like I did for those hearts. So to show you how to do it, you can do, to get the different colors, you click on these little color buttons and you can choose your colors. You can also choose these are like pre-built-in ones that Rubber has, but we're not going to do that. I want to show you how to do here. So what you do is you find a color you like, and probably if you've played around with it before, or if you haven't, there'll probably be 2 colors already set there for you. And you can change the different colors. You can click on it, on this color bar, wherever you want, wherever you think you might want to be, or you can kind of just do this. You can move this bar back and forth and see where you want. You can also do that with the second one and move the bar back and forth to see where you think a good combination would be. And if you think that's kind of nice, but it's not quite what you wanted, then you can go up here and move it around up here into different, like darker. You can even go all the way to black, however you want to do it. So it's different ways. You can do the same thing here. I want it darker. It kind of looks good on the darker. So maybe I want this. And maybe this I want even lighter. Because you can go all the way to white and get more of more towards this. You can invert it again and get that. But here's one of the things I do. Once I find a color combination I like, I go in, and on this you can also put in your own hexacode. If you know what a hexacode is, that's basically a color from colors on the internet for the most part, and other digital type designing, where you key in the number. And I've got my numbers I did from the hearts, and let's see, the yellow one I had. Hexacode is a combination of letters and numbers, so there's that one. And then I did the second one, 6, and you can see it's trying to guess what the color is as you go along. So here is the yellows I used for those hearts. Now what this would do, it would match the heart. So if I wanted to make this a coordinating print to go with that heart print, make a collection, I just add that in. If I'm not sure that I like that, then I can kind of play around with the colors again. So maybe I like that on a little bit lighter with the white. I kind of like that better. And then it's just straight yellow that way. Maybe the yellow's a little bit more. I don't think I want to go lighter. Now it's getting more green. So see how you just play with it? But yeah, if you have the, it's kind of like a solid. So now I've got 2 different ways here, and we're going to upload a couple of these to Spoonflower, but I'm not going to do the whole process. I just want to show you how you can get your color ways to show up. I'm going to change one more here. Let's see how the purple looks. Alright, and there's my purple. Let's do the invert. And I kind of like the inverted one on this one. Let's go back up to the blue. Let's do the invert on that, see what that looks like. Let's just do the inverted ones for all the ones. So I've got like this aqua, kind of aquashy green. I got blue and purple. Let's do this blue, this purple, and this aqua. Let's do this. These are 3 that we export. And right now I'm going to just export maybe 2. Let's just go ahead and, so when I export, when you do it for Spoonflower, you don't want to export the surface because you want the design to be seamless. And the one thing you have to watch about when you're doing seamless, you want to make sure you go for tile, because when we upload this to Spoonflower, it will do the repeat and it'll be very easy to proof and be ready to sell or print for your own use. So let's go ahead and we're going to go to export. I'm going to do custom. I already have it set up for 5 inches wide, which makes it 2.887 inches tall. And you want to do it at 300 dpi. And you can either do it as PNG or JPEG. It doesn't matter. The only time it matters is if you have a design where, say it was just a hexagon and these things over here and everything else was white, and you wanted the white to be able to pick up the background, or you want it to always be white. So we're going to go ahead and export this. Okay, and then this one I'm going to call aqua green and save. Then I'm going to do the purple the same way, export. So now I'm going to call it purple, and then we're going to do the blue, export, blue, hexagon. And when I change the colors in Spoonflower, I may change that aqua green just to aqua. Okay, so now we're going to go back to Spoonflower, now that we've done Repper. So you want to go over to your Spoonflower page, and you don't have to go back to your design library anywhere. As long as you're on Spoonflower, you can click on your avatar at the top and do upload a design. We're going to choose files, and you can choose multiple at once. You can open up your folder, and you're going to select, and for selecting you can either drag over the top, that's the easy way to do it. You can click on each one if you want to, holding down the control key or holding down the shift key. Just some shortcuts if you want to know. So since I want to do all these, I'm just going to do this, hit open, agree and continue. Basically you're confirming that you hold the copyright and you're not infringing on anybody else's copyright, trademark, or otherwise protected material. And if you do so, you can be in violation of Spoonflower terms and service. So now we got these 3 in here. And what we want to do is edit the design. We want to edit the title and search things. So I want to put, maybe I want to call it Hexagon Patchwork. And you can go back and change the titles later, but you do need to make sure you change the title 1, you change the titles to match all of them, because this is how they get listed in the colorway. So Hexagon Patchwork, let's just call this one Aqua. Describe your design, so hexagon, and the descriptions and titles need to be similar. So hexagons in a mosaic tile pattern. It kind of looks like maybe like tile floors or tiles in your bathroom. So we're going to keep it simple for a description right now so we can get all the colorways. And then the tags all need to be similar. So styles, say minimalist, modern, traditional, patterns and techniques. We'll go geometric. I don't think hexagon is on there, but let's check. No, I don't see that. I did call it patchwork. I could put patchwork in there if I want. Somebody could use this as a cheater quilt. No seasons, holidays, or occasions. Color characteristics are monochromatic. You could also put as pastel one. Yes, pastel is one. And green is a cool tone. So you could put that. Hexagon. Tile. Other tags. Sometimes I put in home decor. Cheater quilt. I did say you could use it for a cheater quilt. Soft colors. I don't think that was in one of the choices. Okay. There's the one tag. Maybe I'll come back later and do that. I don't have a collection right now. Additional details you can add about like how you could put in a description of how you see this being used. Like curtains, I could see this being used, curtains in a very soft bedroom. Okay, so we want to save that. If you don't hit save here, it will, and you go on to something else, it'll be gone. Okay, and then you can edit in the wallpaper or the fabric. You can edit the size, everything. We're just going to keep all that the same. We're just worried about getting it so that it shows up as a colorway. So the other thing that you want to do is to proof it if you want to sell it. So if we'll go in here and we go not proofed, and this is where the tile is very important. It zooms in really closely. I've shown this before in my other videos. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. It's going to look a little fuzzy, but that's because it is super, we're super close in. We just want to make sure that everything looks like, and we can move it around. It doesn't look like there's any weird jagged areas in the, so you see how it repeats here? There's no, it's a straight line cross. Even though it's a little pixelated, it's because we're so close in. It's like a gigantic magnifying glass on things. So I can say it looks good, or if I see an issue, which I have in the past seen an issue where things haven't matched up in their corners quite right, and I've had to go back to my design and redo it. The plus with Repr is when you use that tile function, I have not had a problem yet because it is creating a repetitive piece of art that can go in and create your seamless design. Okay, so we did that one, and I'm going to go ahead. I'll mark it for sale because I saw that it was good. I'm pretty sure it'll be both there. And you can go back and edit your sizing later if you want to. If you feel like the hexagon is too big and you want to make it more of a very small print, you could do that. All right, so now to go back and edit the other ones, you have to go back to your design library. And if your design library does not look like this in this grid, it's probably because it's in one of these other views. There's the large view. There's the show grid view, which is, I like to look at that because I can see the pieces up closer. And then currently we're in the list view. And so I can see things that I have done here, and you can do all of the edits right here except for the proofing. You do have to go into it individually and do that. So a lot of things I do is like, you got this. I'm going to copy to make this quicker. I'm going to paste. I'm going to paste. I got to click in the box. Going to paste, and then we're just going to update, 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 even though that one was already done. Here's all of my tags, and do the same thing here. The only problem here is you better make sure that you type everything correctly so you get the same exact tags on each one. And you see I didn't use the name of the color in here. I don't, because the name of the color is in the title, which is another thing I'm going to have to edit. So add these. So we want it to look like this one. Hexagon Patchwork Aqua. So let's do copy. And purple. Update. Blue. Update. Update just because. And now you'll have to go in to make it for sale. So you can do the select an action, and you can say, see, it's not even available. Make design for sales on this one because we have proofed it. We cannot do it on this because we haven't proofed it yet. So we'll have to go back into the actual click on the tile of the design. You're going to have to click on the not proofed. And since these are the exact same, I just do a really quick look just in case something funky happened in the transfer of uploading it. Looks good. Make it for sale. Wallpaper and fabric. Save. Go back to the design library so we can do the other one. And then I'm going to go back to my hearts and show you kind of what those things that we did. So see, it still says private. Go proof it again. And it does kind of make you a little bit dizzy when it zooms in like that. And it looks like everything's showing up the way it was. The other two were fine, so this looks good. One good thing about doing this, doing one design but making different colors inside of Repr and then bringing it over here, multiple designs, it's a lot faster to get some designs uploaded. So make it for sale, wallpaper and fabric, save. Design updated, go back to the design library, and now you can see these 3 new designs I've uploaded. So let's go down to these designs again, and you see how they all they start with heart to heart. You can't really tell what they are. Let's go to the grid. We can get a little bit closer look. And we'll go down these hearts. See how it says heart to heart dash yellow, heart to heart dash red, heart to heart dash purple, heart to heart dash blue. Because we've named it almost exactly the same. I also have a heart to heart multicolor, but that's more of a like a cheater quilt. As long as you have the title, the tags, and the description, very, very similar, then you'll end up with these options when you click on a design. I believe I also have that in, I have another, these vintage looking design. If I click on that, go to buy. Again, I have all the different color variations that's available in, and it will take me to each one of those pages for each of those colors. And actually the colors that I showed you when I keyed in the hexagon have come from these. Like this purple is going to be very similar to the purple I just used in the hexagon. So that's it. That's all you need to do using Repper and Spoonflower to get you a collection of prints in several different colors, just as if you walked into the fabric store and decided to buy a print and they showed you all the different variations. You can make your own. I hope you enjoyed this video and give me a like or subscribe, and I'll be making more of these in the future. The next time I'm going to show you some more effects in Repper, such as tiling, which actually can really make some pop to your designs. So thanks for watching again. Bye.